So I got a lot of questions what build I was running in the recent video where I uploaded last time, the closest match. I also noticed I got a Reddit thread with people asking what build I was using. I'm pretty sure this is the build most people asked about, and it's a high-end exotic build which is focused a bit more on electronics. This one I currently have like 7,200 electronics. Like I really want to try to push the electronics, but you could go a bit more balanced. I haven't played with this one enough since the PTS released, but I will try it probably after the PTS. But yeah, basically a lot of electronics and full high-end, right? So back when 1.6 PTS released, like everybody, or I noticed the heals are really low, right? And the cooldown was huge. If you would continue to ignore electronics, you would not have a decent heal, which we always had. In every patch we always been some kind of hybrid, right? Back then my plan was to go a tactician build but focusing on damage. But since I always played in group and never really played solo, because I always had people that I like to play with and that wanted to play, so I never really played solo, so I never did that build. I played a glass cannon build and I always had like healers that like to play healer that wanted to play, so that's why I always did, right? And I still don't really play solo, but I noticed so many like hateful comments that I can't play without a healer or blah blah blah, it's trash without healer. I mean, if we just go back to the videos I made, the probably reason why I got my following is because I used to play solo all the time. I would go solo man on every patch with the most ridiculous builds, right? All from Nomad, Lone Star, like Sentry, Striker, I mean Predator, you name it all, right? But anyway, so I decided to actually do this like balanced hybrid build. I think I noticed also that other people did the free tac and free high end. So I didn't really want to do that build, and I think I like this build more. So yeah, it's as I said before, it's a full high-end and exotic with skull gloves. So we do get the 16% damage. We do lose 15% skill haste and 10% skill power, but we do gain 16% damage. The skill haste, I feel like, is the only loss there. The 10% skill power doesn't really matter, since we're gonna have space for a bit more high-end and exotic stuff. So instead of having 50% skill haste and a bit more health, we're gonna run with 40%, right? So that's kind of the downside. But let's get into it. So I'm using a vigorous chest piece just so we can use booster and get that fat overheal. Like my toughness is low, but having that overheal, I think I have around 200k HP, so the overheal is actually 100k more HP. So I will have 300k HP with the ADR coming from boosters, so my toughness will actually be pretty high in reality, but not if you look at the character sheet, since the overheal doesn't get counted. So that's why I use vigorous. You could use a barret chest piece as well if you play solo, and then use overdose, and then probably spec more into firearms and lower the electronics, since you're gonna get way more overheal from overdose compared to booster. But then you lose 15% damage and 7.5% ADR, so yeah, it may be worth it. I haven't tried this enough, but since people are spamming all the time, I thought I would make the build video, right? So I'm using a refresh mask here with skill power. We got skill haste on every gear mod as well. Could use tenacious, you could use the exotic mask as well, so you can shoot while you're on fire. I prefer refreshed. Then we have short bows. There's not any other options really in a high-end exotic build. If you don't have good short bows, you could just use something else random, but grenades are really OP, so I mean, if you play a lot of grenades, definitely short bow. I barely play grenades too much, but still have short bow. Electronics, health. You're gonna go health on all the pieces you can, because that's how we get our toughness. Except on the holster, but we get to that soon. Shock, disrupt, burn. Pretty much god roll. We have a specialized backpack with firearms. We have health. You could have a skill power here as well, but you get 15,000 health and 15,000 skill power, and the 15,000 health it's just way stronger. So especially if you look at how much one stam gives and one much electronics, and you do the math, you realize like, yeah, we're gonna get the health here. because one electronics is 30 and one stam is 15, so it makes way more sense to go Hellfire. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys know that. Go to the gloves. I'm using skull gloves with crit chance, assault rifle damage and skill haste. We do miss 2% skill haste here. It's not the biggest deal, but it's still a bit annoying to lose that 2%, but hey, it's good enough. Go to the holster. In 1.6, I'm using Nimble. In 1.6.1, Nimble is getting a pretty big nerf. It's not really done yet, so I'm not sure what I will use here. Maybe I go Bliss, maybe I go Recovered. We will see what I will go later. So just a Nimble holster. Here we go skill haste instead of health, since the health roll we get is pretty low and I want to get more skill haste. And I have pulse critical hit damage here, which I'm not using. I should have first aid for my heal here on every performance mod, since this is a bit more focused on solo play, right? We check the weapons. I play with a LVOA with competent, adept and responsive. We're gonna have competent and adept up most of the time, probably 100% if we really want to. So that's why we use those. And since we have electronics, we don't have to put anything into... Yeah, we don't have to get competent in the bottom slot. Use my discipline sniper here just for fun. Keep in mind though, this is what I used last time. I've been playing around a bit with the stats. So just because I have 7,200 electronics and 4,900 firearms doesn't mean that you have to do it. Like, I'm pretty sure I will get a bit more firearms, but this is just how I played it last time. Most of the time when I do builds, you're not supposed to copy paste. You're supposed to take the information and be like, okay, maybe I want to actually play a bit more firearms, or maybe you want to play a bit more that and blah blah blah. Right? I'm just explaining, right? Which probably most of you guys know. So the reason I don't have any stam at all is because my responsive is in the bottom slot, so I don't have to invest any stam. Usually I play with one stam mod just to activate the responsive. We go to the character sheet. This is the sniper stats. But I mean, it's not too interesting, to be honest. What's more interesting is that we have 240k skill power with 37% skill haste. If I would have the perfect skill haste stats, I would have 40%. If you want to have higher skill haste, you can do this build, but with free attack and free high ends. And then I would probably go with the high ends. I would go vigorous, probably specialized, and savage. Or I would go like maybe vigorous, refreshed, savage. Or if you don't feel like you need savage, then you go like refreshed, specialized, vigorous. Like, you have a lot of choice there. But that's a pretty solid build as well if you want to get higher skill haste. I feel like 40% is pretty good enough. 196k HP. But remember that we're gonna be overhealed a lot of times, which means we're gonna actually have 300k health with an ADR of 7.5, so that's where we get our tankiness. On top of that, with a lower cooldown on the heal, since we play skill haste, so we're gonna have the heal up way more than somebody that doesn't pick skill haste. Go to the skills. We play in booster shot, 148k HP, since this one is pretty much really heavy on the skill power. You could do overdose, then you probably go lower skill power though. But look at that overdose, so 250k. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, if you want to do the Barrett instead of Vigorous, then I would suggest you to go lower electronics. I still think I prefer booster though with Vigorous. And then we have Pulse here. This one is 18 cooldown, 24. We still miss like 3% skill haste. But I mean, the cooldowns are pretty short, and if you use, you can see here like 27 crit chance, 29 crit damage. Like, the pulses are pretty decent. So if the people don't pulse you, you're gonna get a lot of damage. And I feel like in Last Stand, a lot of times you can get this through because people play Seeker Mines, they play Turret, Sticky Flash or whatever. Not too many people play Scrambler anymore, right? So you can actually do a lot of damage if they are not concealed. So let's go to the talents. I think Strike Back is really good. and critical save as well actually for this build. Since I have refreshed, I'm gonna use the medkit in the last segment, right? So the benefits I get by that is that I will get critical save from medkit, right? I will get the refresh, which is gonna be heal 30% more. On top of that, since I have strike back, I will reduce the skill cooldown by 20%. So try to get, as soon as you are in the last segment, you just pop the medkit. Bam, you get so much benefits. Same with your heals, try to time them in the last segment. Not every time it's gonna be possible, but when you see like, yeah, I can do it now, then do it. Because you're gonna get a lot of benefits from that. So those two are key. The rest, like you could go, I have on the move and attack advance. Attack advance is pretty good to get some more damage. But I mean, you could use precision, you could use the base action if you want a nimble, you can use one is none. I feel like it's the rest are just up to personal preference. If you want to play this build in a group, I would go combat, medic and triage. And strike back, it depends. If you have a lot of healings, you don't want to have strike back. If you don't, then it could be cool to have. But just something like that. One talent I did use that can be pretty decent when you have this high skill power is death by proxy. So you kill a turret or a seeker mine and you will get 20% more skill power for 30 seconds. Like that's a lot. If you have on the move as well and combine those two, then you will get both on the move and death by proxy. So get quite rewarded for killing a seeker mine or a turret. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I will show you some gameplay now. I'm not sure what gameplay I have. I haven't played with this build too much. But I did upload one a few days ago. I'm not sure if that's going to be in this video. But if it's not, if you want to see more, then I have another video on the channel. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and have a nice day. I think this will be the last game. Still need to fix the video for today. Getting too tired.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm going back to sea. Really?
Appreciate the loot insane. I don't think I will have time to play it though.
Charlie's now neutral. Your spawn relay is now inactive. Hostiles have destroyed a fortification at Charlie.
Jesus. Do I need help with Charlie?
What do you say when you like respond to somebody in the military? I forgot it. Like, what do you open up with when you talk?
Just surrendered the lead. Bravo's gone neutral. Enabled at Charlie.
Oh shit, bro.
Charlie has gone neutral.
Have I gotten like 5 times this map? It's like this map is pretty bad. Pretty big. It's good for sniping. When you come in the back and fuck the shield guys up. Feels good, man. Fucking shields, man. Fucking shields everywhere, dude. Go home. Can't deal with the fucking shields, man, when you solo. Team. Damn, dude. It's fucking shields everywhere. Yeah, I don't know how I survived. I think they have like 3-4 shields, dude. So hard to deal with when you play solo. $8 million, it was 23.
Too many of them.
If I would have done it again, I would probably, like before I got better gear, I could have probably gotten 25. But no one was even close to my crit, so didn't want to bother. Take some time to set it up. They are keeping that freaking damage, man. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking puking. So disgusting. I knew he would fucking run. And he's a healer. He's a sausage. There's people everywhere, dude. Like seriously, dude, dying to like fucking no skill things all the time. I don't care if I die like 4 against 1, but the only reason I die is because they double press the fucking seeker mine and then it auto shoots on me. Fucking auto locks. Bullshit.
Upload just hit 50%.
They have 3 shields. Not 1, but 3. To the body. Body. See, that's what he does, man. Oh. God damn it. It's triggering me so hard. Sausage and fucking balls, man. On floor. What did I die from? Was that Seeker? It's too much Seeker for me, man. Too much fucking Seekers. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. Well, not exactly what I wanted to do. Oh god. That's the same Seeker kid again, dude. He didn't die. Oh my god.
Guys, don't be.
Need to get B.
Bravo's neutral. Rogue agents have initiated points multiplier.
I only have one medkit though, and I wasted my consumable. It's like people rather, like, they could survive, but as long as they get their Seeker on A, they'd rather do that than actually die. Was that my shock? Where are they spawning? Where are they spawning, guys?
Charlie's confirmed neutral. The spawn relay is now inactive.
I don't think I have my microphone on actually. Because it doesn't show up when I talk. What is the cooldown? 25. So they're playing the map. a bit. It's one dude here, actually more. Like you see, he doesn't care. As long as he gets his nade out, he's like satisfied. So many shields, man. But this is the last game for today though. Holy shit, I'm tired. $32 only, really? Really? But like I killed so many more, I guess the map is so trash. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video. I do daily Division videos, all from gameplay to guides, highlights, build videos. And if that's not enough, you can find me streaming daily on twitch.tv/widdz. Have a nice day.